Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever you happen to be watching. This is Go in Tokyo coming at you with some more. Dude, it's Little Big Planet. It's right there. It's on the screen. I closed out Twitch because I'm a goober, and that's okay. You know, sometimes that's what you're gonna be. You're just gonna be a goober. You're gonna fuck things up, and that's all right. Go to my channel and then go to the mod view, and we'll just fix everything. Everything is so slow on my laptop. It makes me sad, but that's okay. That's okay. Who cares? Put that on mute. Just give it like 2 seconds. Just 2 seconds, Turkish. It's gonna create some shit. I don't know. Just figure stuff out as we go along. Hopefully everybody is well tonight. I know that nobody's here yet, but like if you're watching this on a VOD, then hopefully you are well. Not a URL. That's completely different. Um, it's like the laptop is so slow. It needs to. We need this laptop to be on fuego, and it is not on fuego. It's the opposite of on fuego. I don't know what that is. On agua? Is water the opposite of fire? Is that what that is? Does that count? Oh, Alice, lovely to see you. I am just trying to get everything the way it's supposed to be, and I hope that you're well tonight. Hope that the life is treating you kindly. It's not giving you any kind of bullshit. If it is, I'll pop it in the nose. Maybe. Perhaps there'll be nose popping. I am so tired. I might not make a lot of sense, and I think we're gonna do a full stream tonight. I'm gonna do my best, but if it turns out that I do need to sleep, I might just fall asleep in the middle of the stream. But we're gonna try not to, because that would be dasai. That would be dasai. Oh shit! I didn't realize there was a roof. Oh my god. Yeah, I gotta tell everybody about this. Uh, I'm doing well, but I got some news. My hormone got delayed to the 23rd of October. Yo, that's a bit of a little. That's a much. That's a much. I don't like that. Did they give you some form of reasoning for this, or are they just douchebags? I don't think I realized how much was going on in this set. Like in this background. Apparently the doctor can only be there at that date. The doctor, they don't need to be there. They could just leave the pill bottle on the counter. And then you could just like snag it. It would totally work. I I need them to not fuck with you. Compared with other delays, you have 3 options. Okay. Options are good. We appreciate options. Where's a good spot to build in this set? Like there's like a lot of shit going on. I don't think I realized that this was like how beefy this set actually was. This background. Like you've even got a basement. I don't think I'm gonna use that basement, but I'm glad to know that it's there. What do we want? I have. This is not to do with anything, but I have like bitten the ever living shit out of my lip constantly for like the last couple of days, and it sucks so bad. It's so painful. I don't know why it's gotta be like this. Alright, maybe this is where we're gonna start. I think the lighting is fine for right now. We're gonna want to have, shit. Right. We're gonna want to have some things are changed here. There. That should do it. And I think we want first is doing DIY hormones because my dad is chill with it, but on the official route the city I will have to go to for hormones has another hospital that does hormones, and apparently they're more chill with giving them out, so I could transfer hospitals. The third option is my dad knows the guy that has the hospital where the delay is happening, so he could phone him and try to ask for a favor. I love that your dad is kind of Jake on the make here. Also, Hiduna, lovely to see you. A good evening to you. Hope you're well tonight. Um, I mean, those all sound like pretty good options. Alice? I guess it's which one that is most attractive to you? I think we just use regular cardboard for right now, just to block things out. I don't want like a stage area, I think. Wait. Why? Wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Okay, that's actually 16. I don't need to be 16, but I think we are too far away from where I thought we were. How's the life seeing you tonight, Hirunda? Is it being pretty okay with you? Is it not giving you no garbage? I'm hoping that there's a lack of garbage going on in your life. I know that's not always the case. I know that's sometimes too much to ask for, but I got my toes crossed. My dad knows a lot of people, so is trying to pull all his contacts for the official route for hormones to happen. I like. I love the fact that your DAW is Jake on the make here, but I really love the fact that your DAW is supportive of you, is willing to use those powers for good. Holly says, blast a guy with the beam that makes him get really into Linux. Did you just like enroll him in a tech course? Because I don't think that you need a particularly strong or special beam to have that effect. A bit quiet after the finishing of the play season, heading out for one of the actors' birthday parties tomorrow. Okay. Also, congratulations on the rap. Did you have a rap party? Was it really exciting? She's very happy with her new OS. Well, good for her. Good for her. I am going to be, I'm just kind of feeling things out for the moment. Like, if it feels like I'm more noodly than normal, it's because I don't really have, like, I've got a bit of an idea, but I don't really have a strong idea of where we're going right yet. Got Linux on the mind because Moxie's decided to try using Arch Linux. Now, is Arch Linux where it's like really sassy? Kind of camp in a like old British guy type of way? That kind of Arch? 2 months ago, she swore she would never do it. Oh gosh, what happened? What brought the change on? Is she having Linux-related hot flashes? shit, what'd I miss? Ah, I think the October thing won't get delayed again, so I could just wait it out, but I don't want to wait that 2 more months. Honestly, like, yeah, Alice, that's 100% understandable, and also, like, you shouldn't have to. You've had your life and transition like on hold, even though you've set your heart on this. Like, and it's you've just been getting strung along. So I think it's completely natural that you'd want to be like, okay, you know what? Like, enough fucking around. Let's go to town here. It's the one where you need to install everything separately. You have to get your own software to run a file explorer. That sounds kind of miserable. I feel like that sounds miserable. I just need some, like, I just want to get some fucking, like, some dildos. Why is there a Neptune statue from Back to the Future, of all fucking things? I do not recall that being a significant portion of Back to the Future, but I clearly am wrong. I should put some music on, because there's no music, and that's like, that's gotta suck. I'm gonna do that, by the way. Just to kind of getting my brain sorted here. Oh, that's the one we already have. Alright, we're gonna use these in a sec. Handle. And let's get some tunes. Some tunes. See, I was thinking of Maury's pup Cisco is on the mend. I didn't know that it needed to be mended. I didn't know the dog was broken. Oh right, because those are camera frames. Okay, don't worry about the blue screen. The blue screen is fine. Um, I just brain not working. That's a fantastic song, but I think it would get blocked. Uh, Cisco's on the mend. He's gotten over the cough, and we're taking precautions to keep him from hurting himself again. Talked a little bit about it on stream, but I think you ducked out. Well, I'm glad that the doggo is on the mend. It sounds like I don't know why is your dog engaged in self-harm, though? Because that seems weird for dogs. Do you have an emo dog? Oh, Kronos, lovely to see you. Hope you're well. I'm trying to figure out what I'm doing with this set for the moment, so, like, bear with me. I think he pulled too hard on his front anchored harness while on a walk and caused some damage to his throat. Oh, wow. That sounds pretty crummy. Don't like that. Not at all. Not even a little bit. Then I'm doubly glad that the dog is mending. Because it seems, yeah, it doesn't seem like any kind of fun. you this fine evening, Kronos? Is life being kind to you? One is hoping yes, but one is always prepared for the answer of no. 'Cause life, kind of a bitch. Also potentially of a bitch. Speaking of weird things, I went to a meeting for organizer local pride parade that's going to happen tomorrow. It went really. It went really. Some friends of mine were there. Most of the room was trans and or non-binary, including trans POC, so mostly good time. Oh, I'm guessing that it went really well, but that there's a but coming. Doing fine, but it's also hot as hell the past few days. I'd like that to be the end of it. Um, yeah, not a. I realize that it is summer, but it's very toasty here. I'm very much understanding of that mood. Is that balanced as all things should be? Fucking Thanos. Nobody loves Thanos, I'm pretty sure. Do you think if would the cosmic interpretation of life love Thanos, but Thanos have no fucking time for her? Because that would be kind of funny. Like, he's like, I really want to bang your sister. Would you please leave me alone? And she's just, like, mooning over him. A random cis straight white dude showed up, said nothing besides asking really weird questions, and no one knew him. And, like, closeted people exist, and also clueless, well-meaning allies, but given the current state of the world, yeah, that does feel like it could be a little bit worrisome. Alice? I know Thanos. He's that one dude from Fortnite. Wow. That's pretty funny. There's a 10% chance the guy was a Nazi inside agent and also a cop. So, like, basically, you're saying the same thing twice, is what you're going for here? I was just joking, but you actually could play him back in the day. Like, I'm not shocked. There's no shock in this for me. I got an idea. I don't know if it's gonna work, but I got an idea. I don't know why I gotta sing it like that. Like, it ain't a musical. This ain't a musical. Alright, want the maximum speed to be super maximum. Acceleration is gonna be 100. We want a really narrow detection range. Because what I'm thinking that we're gonna be emitting these. And then they're gonna be like lifted up or pushed over by mechanicals. Is kind of the idea. Also, I'm really sorry that my throat is already kind of shitty, but it's just gonna be that way. I want you to be on positional. And So what we would want is like... Like, we would want these down low, right? God, I like this background part, but I hate the shit that's in the foreground, and I wish it wasn't here. I don't think that's gonna work out for us, so... So, I mean, we could do it, like, on the stage. That seems appropriate. And also, they're just, like, fewer visual elements to juggle. Oh, no shit! Good on you, and congratulations. I hope everything goes nice and smooth as silk. We'll be able to do business more easily. Sounds good. We love to hear it. Oh, you goofy girl. Oh, you super goofy girl. Did you accidentally... It's okay. Super okay. That's fine. Funnily enough, before the guy showed up to the meeting, people were talking about how there was an increase in undercover cops and queer and leftist events. That's like super gross. We don't need these cops. I feel like that goes without saying, but like no, really, we like don't need these cops to be in our spaces. They're called in Portugal cops on vacation. What? That's the term for undercover cops in Portugal. Wah. Wah. Alright. I'm trying to get this to like coalesce in the brain pieces. Actually, like, do we even want that? Like, we can always put something back there if we need it. So... let's just do a simple counter for right now. Alright, so like the idea here is that, you know, there would be like a scene, right? Are you just not gonna move? Is that your thing now, that you just don't fucking move? I'm trying to make a point here, game, and I need you to be working with me, if you would. Do you no go up? Eh? Why? Game, why are you like this? Oh, because you're out of range for one thing, so that's probably doing a thing. I wonder... Alright, first we would want that like that, right? I wonder what happens if we defizz it. And this is going to go to What were you, 50? What were you, 50? Fucking old people. Okay, so that works. That's sweet. So, like, the idea is that, like, you know, in segments that there would be like, a scene, right? So there's gonna be, like, a city scene or whatever. And then we would have scene changes where, like, these would go down, and the scenery would go down with them, because there's not followers. And when they go back down, they would be destroyed, and like some new scenery would be emitted and then get pushed back up to the top again. So like a low budget movie, or like an older kind of movie. I guess I was thinking in the style of like Ape Escape 3. I realize that's 3 is the movie one, not 2, but like I feel like there's not really a good hook with 2. 2 is kind of like just generic early 2000s platforming places. And they're really cool. Like, don't get me wrong, they're really cool, but there's not like a thing to build around with that concept. Like, the movie concept is a really easy one, because it kind of gives a framing for why you'd have different spaces. Is what I'm thinking. So now, Alice, at the end of the day, this potential cop, like, he didn't cause no trouble, right? I'm hoping it's the case that no trouble was caused. I think I get it, but why would you need to destroy the sets off screen unless it's solely to prevent clutter? I mean, honestly, that's mostly it, Kronos. Like, to not have things, too many things with followers on them, potentially riding on a tag when they shouldn't be. Since, like, there's probably going to be, like, a lot of stickers here, getting rid of stickers that are, like, not in use might help with things like thermo as well. He's just kind of annoying, like, asking very basic questions and seeming like he did not know he was at a queer meeting. How would you not? I would figure that they would be fairly obvious. The queer meetings? Listen, Portuguese police doesn't send its best people ever. Oh my god. Oh, it's PtaER. How you doing? It's funny, PtaER, because like I was the videos that I was editing recently, the set of videos that I was editing recently, had some of your stuff in it. There was that magic one that I sent you the picture of, and also there was a level called Unknown Laboratory that was in a vaguely finished state, but not really a finished state. They're sending the Paul Blart Patrol instead. That sounds awful. That sounds terrible. Nobody wants Paul Blart. Unused Laboratory. Haven't heard that name in years. Well, this stream was 2022, so that kind of tracks. I'm doing the best I can at the moment, considering everything going on in the States. Um, One, that's a pretty big mood, and it's really understandable. Two, I'm glad that you are hopefully staying safe. That's kind of a pretty big job at the moment. Um, would like that to continue. And three, there's not really a three here, but I feel like you like thematically you want sets of threes. So three, um, go see Sinners. Sinners is really fucking good. That's my movie recommend for the night. Cause I did go see Sinners the other day, and it's oh shit, Flammable. Lovely to see you. It's real fucking good. It's real fucking good. Oh my gosh, I was duly fucking impressed. My boyfriend and I went out to see it, and holy hell, like, yeah, yeah. That was very much my that was my response. Like, I was expecting Sinners to be good, so like I wasn't. It wasn't a surprise like 28 years later was a surprise, because I was not expecting 28 years later to be any good. So I did go into Sinners with a certain degree of expectation, but it met and exceeded my expectations, like handily, easily, shockingly well. Oh shit, Alice, what did I miss from you? I was really glad. Like, Sinners is one of the few times where I feel like I've seen them um, make vampires kind of gross, and I feel like that's a rarity to the like that's such a rarity that it stands out in positive. Paul Blart is a legend for divorced dads everywhere in the world. Is he? Is he? I realize, like, I don't know any divorced dads, so I guess Paul Blart could in fact be an icon to divorced dads all over the world. Heck, in depth of the vampires too. Yes. Yes, and okay, that's a really good point. I don't want to do spoilers. Sinners is a good enough movie where I feel like going into it knowing as little as you can is actually probably a pretty good idea. It plays with some really interesting ideas, and some things like, ask me in like a month. Flopple, like, ask me in a month, where I feel like anybody who will have seen the movie will have seen it by then. Because there are some things like I want to dig into there. But it's good. It's just like, it's really fucking good. You can finally weigh on the genre discourse about Sinners. Is there discourse? I mean, probably, of course, there is discourse, but like, I wish there didn't have to be. I wish we could just have like fucking discussion. That would be nice. Like, if we could just talk about a thing, discuss it like adults, instead of having to have discourse. Mine says I haven't seen a movie in a hot minute, I'm gonna be real. No way to get to a theater, and the closest one near me got shut down due to rats. I hate that. Rats deserve to watch movies too. To be honest, my boyfriend and I have been making the effort to go to the cinemas. It's a comfy date that I can handle easily with my chronic fatigue problems. I've really wanted to go to the movies more often myself. It was something that I always loved when I was younger. And I'm including like up to and through university years as younger in this statement. And there's a nice local theater that's like right close to me. There's actually two of them. And there've been like a couple of really good movies that have come through the big theaters So, I've been wanting to do that. Alan says it's not really a big number or anything. It's just a small number of people I keep seeing. Fair enough. There must be some people arguing that Sinners was mismarketed because it's not a horror film and it's false marketing. That's like... I feel like there are some things you could say about that, and that's not strictly speaking incorrect, but I think it very much is a horror movie, but it's playing with a very different toolbox of horror. Like, what it's ultimately going for, I feel like, is different than what people might be expecting from the pieces on the board. I haven't played Deltarune since 2018. Is that good? People are gonna make discourse about anything. I hate that, though. I've heard, like, really, really good stuff about the Deltarune, the new Deltarune stuff. Mine says it's genuinely an amazing game. It's not even finished yet. Chapters 5 to 7 are going to be added as free updates. Okay. I think some people expected, like, a normal vampire film. Which, if you want a good vampire genre film, just go watch Nosferatu again. Like, but that's a weird thing. It's like, I think that Sinners works as a vampire film, and I think it works really well as a vampire film. I think it's using the vampires as a very different metaphor than what they usually get used for. Deltarune is great. If you haven't played it, I suggest streaming it. I don't know, because, like, Deltarune's got, like, all the fun, like, all the weird, like, mechanics, though, right? We had a great traditional vampire film. Sinners is very much vampire film, but it's a different kind of film, too. Yeah. Oh, yeah, like... I don't know, people gotta... Floppable, why do people gotta be weird? Why do people gotta get weird about it? You could argue that its drama parts are separate from its horror elements, but that's also a bunch of horror films. I would not even argue that. Like, I would not even start to make that argument. I think that would be wrong, in fact. I don't, like, I do want to have a care, like, not to dig too deeply into this. One, because I'm still putting my thoughts in order on my own self, but, like, two, because, like, I don't think there'd be a real way to unpack this without getting into spoilers, and I kind of don't want to do that. So, like, let's put a bookmark on the Sinners discussion. We'll come back to this in a couple of weeks. But I will say as my last point that I would not make the argument that its drama is separate from its horror. I feel like they are deeply intertwined. I don't feel like I could talk anymore about Sinners without spoiling it and diving into the actual themes of it. Yeah. So I'm gonna put a yellow card as the channel host. I'm gonna put a yellow card on the table for this right now. I will put a note. We will come back to this. Just not tonight. Oh, it's so good, though. I gotta see if I can, like, get money together to see Junk World. Because I, like, really want to see Junk World, too. But, like, there's so much shit. It all came out at the same time. Wait, I want to catch Mind Planet before I get into this. Although Deltarune is the parallel story to Undertale, if you haven't played Undertale, it's fine, but there are some characters and moments that hit harder with the prior experience. I mean, well, I haven't played Undertale either, but part of the reason why I haven't played Undertale and why I was asking about the mechanics of Deltarune is, like, I remember that Undertale is, like, funny mechanics as far as, like, how they work out their combat systems, and I don't know if I want to get into it. Chat's gonna become a film club someday. Just you wait. Like, are we not already a film club? Like, I feel like at least like 60% of what we talk about is movies. Um, like I gotta feel that we're already film clubby. um, do I want these to be hot, like bigger? Because if I want these to be bigger, I should make that decision now. Um, shit. God, I am like so sloppy tonight. I'm intrigued by the idea of Undertale and Deltarune, my planet, but I don't know if like they are stream games in my mind. Showed Moxie your teenage favorite movie today. Was it The Blob? Was it the fucking Blob? Because it should be. That should be everybody's favorite teenage movie. You can either spare or defeat enemies, although the spare defeat side wasn't as impactful as was in Undertale. You can beat up everyone in Deltarune and you'll be fine. Okay. Also, to be honest, those games attract weird fucking chatters. That's a good thing to keep in mind, by the way. The Blob featuring fucking Amanda from Saw! How amazing is that? How absolutely fucking amazing is that? I'm watching Saw like years later. I'm like, oh my god, it's fucking Meg! It's fucking Meg! Alice's last thing I will say is that this is not a big discourse. I said discourse more as a joke. It's like a handful of people, but also we will get it when we talk about Sinners again. I do keep on seeing people say that take, and I just don't agree with the idea that it's not a horror film. I definitely don't agree with the idea either. Although I could hear people saying that in my head, and I strongly disagree with them. But I can hear the argument that they're making. Oh my god, from the Blob and Becker. Crow says, I think UT could be a decent long form. If anything, the less you know about it, the better. Okay, I mean, I'll have to think about it. Like, I'm leery of menu-based games as stream games, because I feel like they'd be too easy to lose momentum with. Because, like, at least with more action-y kind of stuff, like, we are actively doing shit all the time that kind of carries the stream ahead. It's a little easier not to just let things kind of drift. Time to stream MILF Sims. What if we streamed MILF Sims? I think that's a better idea. I think that's a much better idea. What? Look, I am of the age, like, I am of the age where, like, MILFs are in my dating pool. I should be unironically hunting down MILFs. You're gonna stream Sugar and Spice? Might as well start with Undertale. Wait, is this Sugar and Spice is that not... I'm thinking of something else. I'm thinking of panty stockings and panties or whatever. Call me a hunter because I want those cougars. Go Cougars. It sounds like a high school football team. The Cougars. Fucking Cougars. Sugar and Spice is the name of my video game. Oh no shit. I didn't know that. I thought you were doing like a Toggle Tower thing. I was years ago in a Discord call where most of it played Mill Sims like Arma, and there was someone there who did not play them. Kept thinking when we said Mill Sims that we said MILF Sims. I mean, I feel like it's an easy mistake to make though. Like, I mean, who wouldn't be talking about MILF Sims at the end of the day? Toggle Tower is an LBP3 project. When servers died, we scrapped the project. Okay, that's like super fair. I don't think there was a particular danger of that, Alice. I think we were pretty okay on the milsim front. Like, that's really not my style. You're just gonna get War Crime Lover 88 on stream. Wow. You're not wrong. I fucking hate that, but you're not wrong. Alright. Like, why? I know part of the reason that this is so difficult is just because, like, my brain is in a dozen different places right now. Arma's not on PS4, but soon enough we're not going to be, like, locked down to PS4. That game can barely run on PC. Okay, well that would be a problem. Because PC is going to be where we're going to be at. I mean, I'm going to be honest, PtaER, I'm okay with them not having, like, LBP4. I'm okay with it going away. As much as it pains me, like, I don't know if like, I'm not even happy with what the version of Sony that was handling LBP did with it. I'm not sure if I would want the version of Sony that is, like, the current version doing anything related with LBP and kids. Invalid opinion. I'm exploding you with my mind as we speak. You know, that's fair. I accept that. LBP4 is just a gruff, angry old man going for a walk. I mean, you know, yeah, I could see that. Sackboy's like pissed now, and his wife died. Oh no! Oh no, Sackboy, no! And he can talk, and he swears a lot. I believe Ready or Not is on PS4, but that game is like deeply evil. Wait, Ready or Not, like the movie with what's her face? You know, fucking what's her face? Why do I want to say Marlo? That's not her fucking name. Joker's girlfriend, Harley Quinn. She's in the Ready or Not, right? Sackboy drops at least three Australian C words in the opening cutscene. He sounds like the Danny DeVito with the strep throat. No. No. Ready or Not is a comp sim where you do SWAT police missions, and it markets itself on being hyper-realistic. Oh, wow. That sounds kind of awful. That sounds like a real big no Gouda. I'm gonna go with no Gouda on that one. It genuinely attracts the most evil people in the world. I feel like it would have to. Like, I can't imagine it not. Well, if they don't let you shoot dogs in Ready or Not, like, you can always play Last of Us 2. Fucking Toulouse 2 is big on the dog shooting. They're A-okay with that. They think it's just great. Alright, please go, like, get your head in the game here. No, don't do that. That's not how you get your head in the game. That's a different thing. We can do this. Remember all the Stephen Fry narrative? Yeah, that's been replaced. They got someone with the gravelly voice to talk about Sackboy's quest for vengeance. I mean, okay, legitimately, they could just get Stephen Fry and have him talk about his feelings about Muslims, so I kind of feel like they wouldn't need to change it all that much. I'm coming out to shoot, like, all the sacred cows tonight. I hate that it's true. Like, I super duper hate it. Because I definitely did, I did imprint on, like, Stephen Fry's voice from fucking LBP. And it turned out he's kind of a douchebag. And it's like, oh, right, I mean, an old British comedian. Of course he's a fucking douchebag. Of course he is. How could he not be? I hate that so much. I think that's one of the few times where I felt like legitimately kind of burned by a celebrity being a douche. Because usually it doesn't like bother me that much, but it's like, he's the voice of LVP. He's so genial. Alice's is very popular, but blacklisted in a lot of Milsim places because it attracts people that scare even Milsim heads. Wow. Yo, that feels like a lot. Like, how do you scare Milsim heads? Just get Kevin Brighting from the Stanley Parable. Problem solved. Okay. Stanley Parable guy sounds like way more exasperated though. Like, he seems deeply pained by the fact that you are you. I mean, not you as in Mind Planet, but like you as in the character in the Stanley Parable. Not nearly as exasperated as LBP, though. Damn. Kronos, why you gotta be like that? Nobody hates you, Mind Planet. Nobody hates you. Don't be down on yourself. Mikiko's smile again. Which is a reference that will make absolutely no sense to anybody, but that's okay. That's okay. That wouldn't fit the current Sony style of video game. Only gruff, only angry, only men being pained because their wives died or are missing. Also, they're like at least 50. There was there's this fucking. It was part of a sketch comedy show, a Japanese sketch comedy show that Honey Bunny used to love, and she'd play me this clip, and it was like I don't remember, Mozart or Beethoven is this like this Japanese girl's like piano teacher, and she keeps on fucking up like this incredibly basic point, and Mozart keeps losing his shit and is screaming at her, and then the little girl starts crying, and he'll be like, no, Mikiko, smile again, Mikiko. And it's really bizarre. They've got like the animation is like the South Park style animation where there's just like the jaw is just cut off and drops like the Terrence and Phillips style, except it's like Mozart or possibly Beethoven's head doing this. It's real bizarre. It has the line, "Mama, dinner making stop," and Honey Bunny and I would say that to each other like all the fucking time, and it's really bizarre. The whole show is really bizarre, but unfortunately I do not remember the actual name of the show, or I would track it down and show it to people. It wasn't Golden Eggs though, I know that one. Wait. Oh, you need to be over here, cause you're sidewalk. And I don't know, there's like not that much green in a city, but I think we should have some just to make a little bit of differentiation with the with everything else. Cooking, stop. Dinner making, stop. Mikiko, smile again. Smile again, Mikiko. Ah, it's a lot funnier than I'm making it sound. I'm doing a very poor job of it. And we need, are there like any yellow stripe stickers? I know there's a danger chevron, but I don't want the danger chevron. I want like, asphalt stripe. That'll work. And this doesn't have to be perfect. Like, it just has to... It has to look vaguely like the thing. Now we're gonna want... Mega chip here. Sorry, I'm having a thought. I'm thinking a thought. I don't know if it's a good one, but every time I think of Arma, I just think of how they did an official DLC where you fight aliens. Wait, Arma is the fucking US Army game, right? Why are you fighting aliens? So kinda and kinda not. Are they like they're kinda not aliens? Like, are they illegal aliens? Is that the gimmick? There's a DLC where you play as an insurgency movement either against Russians or US military. Okay. Now, we want to be clever with this. And remembering that this is, like, not real. Like, we just need the image of something that is not actually doing the thing that it appears that it is doing. It's one of them bait and switchies. Arma is made by Eastern European devs. There are actually two versions of Arma. The game version and then a version that they sell to various countries' armies to do actual troop training. It's not made with the US government support, but the US government is one of the things they sold the military training version to. Yeah, that's... I don't know that I like any of that. I mean, I don't know if I would have liked it in any circumstance, but that just seems real kind of fucky. Alright, so we want, like, this is, it's a fairly long piece, so we're gonna have to have this fairly far back. Thank you, Alice. I just noticed that myself. Let me set up this arm, and then I am going to go on the break. No, that's not what we need. Speaking of movies, I may have, through the intercession of a decent person, I may have come into the acquisition of fucking Final Destination Bloodlines. I've only watched the first about 30 or so minutes of it, but it's been pretty fantastic so far. I'm digging it. I'm digging all over it. It's messy. And I do love a good messy movie. Are you in the same layer? You don't seem like you are. I need you to be in the same layer because I need you to be going straight. And I need to be finishing this up quick so that I can go on my break. Should be using selectors for these. Make sure that you are there, and you are here, and let's get you way the fuck where you need to be. Positional? Quick question, is there a difference between VHS and VCR? VHS is the type of tape, VCR is the type of recorder. Like, VCR is the deck, and VHS is the tape. Although I have the feeling that's kind of a distinction without difference anymore. Wow, I fucked this up completely. Good job me, I love it. I fucking... God dang it. Okay, hold on a second. Hold on a second. Let's get this working right. Why do you ask? If I might ask. Alright, let's get this gridded at least. We could figure it out later how to make it thing I know about military training version of Arma is it's made by a different team and higher budget because this is the official line. They don't want a scenario where an army is doing training and the game crashes 20 times like the commercial version of Arma. I mean, that does make sense. It's kind of gross, but like I see where they're coming from. I just remembered I wanted to digitize some family tapes, but since they're from France, I need a CCOM VCR. Okay. I guess that's the one that's the like the region that you would be in. Alright, we want this to be positional. We want this to be positional. Thank you. And we want this to be, like, I don't know how far you gotta go, but we'll figure it out. Region locking is some fucking hot bullshit, though. That is for sure. Good luck with getting the thing that you're looking for, Fidunda. It sounds like it could be a bit of a hot mess to try to track down what you need. Alright, so that should be locked on. So if I turn this off, why did you not go? Like, why did you not follow? God damn it. I'm supposed to go on break, game. I need you to fucking work with me here. Are you not set to follow the scenery tag? This is not the scenery tag? It's not the scenery tag. That's the, that explains it. Oh, okay, that definitely needs to be on a gyroscope. Definitely don't want that. But I think that this sorts it out so that we can take the break. So let me gyroscope this up, and then we are gonna fucking go. Looking through Facebook Marketplace, and I can't tell what VHS version they can work with because the pictures are too low res and blurry. I have the Jonkler now. The Tech Jonkler. That's the worst kind of Jonkler. Okay, this is kind of neat though. I feel like we're making some kind of progress. It took a hot minute to get here. So I'm going to go on my break. I'm going to invite everybody to also go on your breaks. Get yourselves a little bit of a stretch if you need one. And we will be back in just a couple of minutes. See you soon. I think the U.S. Army they should do trading with Crash Bandicoot, and then they could have all the crashes that they would want. Um, do we want this building? Or do we want, like... Do we want to make our own building? And I gotta remember that there's, like, gonna be other sets. The idea is I want all this to be, like, modular. Like, I mean, maybe just like, just with stickers, like, keep it really simple, right? Because we want it to look kind of goofy. We don't want it to look like a place. We want it to look like it's a stage play or a shitty film set. So, let's not go too overboard with it. But do we want, like... I mean, gray is... Do we want that much gray? Like, maybe we want a little splash O color. God dang it. Look, I give permission for you to show that PlayStation 4. I'm not, like, naked or anything, so... Much to the disappointment of everybody, I'm sure. You don't know what's your price range on your little project? Like, how much can you afford to spend on it? Because I have to feel like VHS decks, VCR decks are they're gonna be kind of expensive these days, ain't they? It's not some serious looking. I've had the tapes on shelf for about a year. Okay, that's fair enough. Is there not a door? Like, I'm certain there's a door sticker. Oh god, yeah, there's like a ton. There's like a ton, hon. You know, you might as well just take off all of the stickers because you're gonna put a new base down. I forget what we used for blue. Sometimes I wonder if I shouldn't put, like, some of my stuff on actual physical media. Like some of the LBP stuff. Just in case, like, a hard drive blows up and I don't lose them forever. I don't know if it's really worthwhile doing. Like, I'm not gonna watch them or nothing, but... Now... Get a door first, Disco. Don't forget your fucking doors. You weird goober. Oh shit, I didn't know we had those. Gravity Rush 2. That's like a really nice building. It's funny because I like the Gravity Rush sticker set, but then I never actually look at what's in it. Alright, so... get this stuff out of the way. And we want to... I think we just use single point winches. Well, wait. Disco, like, nobody's ever gonna see the backs of the winches, right? Because they're always gonna be blocked off by buildings. So why waste your time making them fancy? Just make them squares so they've got something to connect to. I should probably make these different colors so they don't, like, get stuck on something else. Right, scenery, scenery. I'm probably gonna regret using the winch here, but, like, fuck it. It's classic. Alright, so... I'll put you here for right now. Give me 1 second. Japanese politics moments, but it's very funny to see Western media report now on the small new fascist parties in Japan. Like I talked to you about 6 months ago, because their polling check notes 6%, but not on rising left-wing groups like Reiwa. Reiwa, which has been like around for a whole hot fucking minute too. Everyone I was talking about, those DIY party people I talked to you about a while ago. Yeah, I've seen a couple of stories going on about shoot. Fuck, the name like just jumped out of my head, but yeah, there's one that's like, it's trying to make inroads with younger voters, and it's very much running on a fash adjacent. Foreigners are all evil and bad, and got to make sure that we have got tighter controls over who's in our country type of deal. Right. Yeah, I know which ones you're talking about. That's that's their literal name. Okay. I thought they had a different name. It's a do-it-yourself party. Huh. Maybe I'm thinking of a different one, because I know that I heard, I've seen a story talk about a party that I don't think the name was do-it-yourself party. But like, I could also be remembering wrong, because that would be very like me. Are That's the one that's pulling 6%. Okay. Damn it! Ah, the good old youth. Love to see it. Love to see the youth taking interest in politics. God dang it! Please go stop breaking this shit! Like, you know how long it has to be. Sweet. Most young women are going to Reiwa, as far as I know. I mean, that's good news at least. Because it seems like Reiwa is like the least bad of a bad lot. Alright, this background is going to have to change. I don't know how yet, but I'm not quite doing it. Like, I feel like there's got to be like something that I can use. I mean, I guess maybe that would work. That's not so bad. To be clear about youth support, it's exclusively a small group of young men. Thanks, guys. Thanks so much. Super cool of you to be like this. You douchebags. You fucking douchebags. Alright, that looks kind of cool. Sansito! Yes! Okay. Now I am on the right page. Cause like, okay, cause DIY in Japanese is DIY. Like, the party of do-it-yourself. I remember talking with you about like their posters a while back. Cause I thought that their posters were like some real hot bullshit. Yes. Alright, so, like, we would have... We would want, like, the ground to come first, right? And then the buildings would... The ones in the back would pop up. And then the ones in the foreground would drop down, I think. So it's going to be 1, 2, 3. I'm not saying that they're not dangerous, but it does feel like they're just collecting all the former Abe heads that left LVP. I mean, that sounds about right, though. Alright, so we'll do... We'll make this one green, and it'll be S1. And then we'll make blue the one that takes it away. So that'll be S1. God dang it. Alright, so we got that. And you guys are going to be S2. They're technically fighting for the Abe head vote with the Conservative Party of Japan, which is another fascist party, led by a former Abe chief of staff that also wrote the Eternal Zero book, but that one seems to be dying already. Eternal Zero is that Ishiba? Wait, no, not Ishiba. The dude who was the Tokyo governor before Koike is a real douchebag. Not Ishihara. Fuck. I forget his name. He was very much like one of these old fash heads. Naoki Hyakuda is the Eternal Zero guy. Okay. So who am I thinking of? Because he's also one of these lovely authors who's written bullshit. Give me a hot second here. Um, Ishihara. Shintaro Ishihara is the guy that I'm thinking of. Former leader of the radical right Sunrise Party. Later merged with Toru Hashimoto's Japan Restoration Party, out of which he split his faction for the Party for Japanese Kokoro. Most prominent ultranationalist in modern Japanese politics, famous for misogynistic comments, xenophobic views, racist remarks against Chinese and Koreans in Japan, including his use of the antiquated pejorative term, which I'm not going to read because, like, you know, I don't need to read slurs on air. The Japan that can say no. That's the one I was thinking of. That's the book I was thinking of. It's the guy. That's the guy. It's the fucking guy. Yeah, he's a. I mean, a lot of these old douchebags are major, major players in like fucking everything. Why? Like, I don't. Why is Osaka gotta be like this? I don't know why Osaka's always gotta be fucking like this. It's like what. It's not every time, but it's certainly more often than not that Osaka's like in the midst of whatever political bullshit of the day is going on. I hate it so much. All right, so let's try this out in action. I just realized we already had like something out, so we could use this. God damn it. It's like the hub for ultranationalist weirdos. Like, it honestly kind of is, though. And I don't know why we gotta be that way. Alright, so if when things are getting taken away, they would be... Well, they would just go in reverse order, so... But yeah, Reiwa are getting a good share of the young women and young queer vote, and no one talks about them, like Sanseido in the Western press. Well, I mean, we don't want people to be thinking that Japan has actually, like, politically active thinkers. And those politically active thinkers might be going towards the left. I think it serves the narrative of the US, at the very least, to portray Japan as just kind of a, like, base default ultra-conservative right-wing kind of place. I mean, I think it serves interest to show most places being like that, but definitely in the case of Japan. know why I'm doing it like this. Like, this is not the easiest way I could go about it. You should watch some YouTube videos of the Sanseto guy YouTube channel, clearly. I would rather not. I've got so little focus as it is, I don't want to waste it on assholes. The one that's called Total China Conquest or something. That sounds like it could only go good fucking places. This is similar to how I was going to make my LBP tribute level, and thinking about it now, it would be a technological nightmare. Yeah? Is it going to be that bad? Because, like, I want this to be nice and easy. Is the thing. Oh shit. Okay, so clearly that last part there is gonna have to something is gonna be done there. I told you about this idea before, but it probably wouldn't be very interesting to hear about it again. Kronos, you do not know me very well if that's what you think the case is. I would love to hear your idea a second time. I don't even mean that as like a fucking joke. Because look, we all know that I forget things far too easily. Okay, the timing needs to be like worked on, but that's kind of cool. I do kind of like that. Alright, these do have to go down farther. Oh, fuck. God damn it. God damn it. Wee-hoo. Wee-hoo. Imagine a bare-bones platformer level, basic cardboard and wood, starting checkpoint on the default floor. Okay, I'm imagining this. I can see it in my head. Meoop. I should get that on a soundboard or something. It would be built as if we're all made in LBP1, so all connectors visible and similar things. Okay. I should see if I have the LBP sounds on my hard drive, or if not, find them somewhere. Like, between you and Soup, I feel like that's a realizable goal. But I feel like there's like something funny could be done with that. Then near the end of the level, it would evolve into LBP2 level, and you would take a level link into the LBP2 version of the level, and then do that again, but with LBP3. Like, honestly, that doesn't sound like it would be that bad. I'm sure that it would turn out to, in the fullness of doing it, would probably turn out to be a whole thing, but it doesn't sound just off the chump like it would be awful. Okay. So, I feel like now that we've got the basic moving parts, uh, this is supposed to be your debut LBP3 level? Ambitious much? Then I realized it would make no sense. I did ND3 as a backup. LOL. That's really funny though. I gotta love that. Pew! Alright, so these should be like hardwood boards here, I think, would be good. Alright, like I feel like the concept is here. And now we just gotta build it out. I was gonna have, like, cause this whole thing is supposed to be monkeys. I was gonna have, like, apes pushing around shit, like, visible as, like, stagehands. But I feel like that might be a bit much. So I'm gonna have to work the monkeys in some other fashion. They will be worked in, though. Which does remind me, I do have a monkey idea that I need to work on. But I don't know if I'm gonna do it right now. Could always make them just push buttons. I may do that, yeah. Alright, I want to turn off the camera for a hot second. And think of like what other things we could have. Like a jungle floor. Because I feel like you'd want like a jungly kind of place. Oh shit, hormone update! Attention Kmart shoppers, a hormone update has entered the building. Oh, this is like the edge of the fucking stage. My dad called the guy at the hospital that he knows. Hormones got delayed. They're going to transfer me to the hospital that does hormones. Yes! Excellent! It'll probably either be next month or still this month. I'm gonna cross my toes that it's this month. I think that would be the shit. Shoppers, run! It's loose, and it's gendering everything. I'm seconding this being cool as hell. Like, I'm really excited for all this, and I want it to be working out for you. Which, like, of course, naturally, but... Gonna call it a night. Have a good stream, everyone. Hitunda, it was lovely having you in, as always. I hope that you have a very good rest. I wish that it had been a little bit more action-packed for you tonight. But I didn't quite have the thoughts to bring to the table, but I hope that you had a good time nonetheless. And we will catch you the next time that we catch you. I was gonna say I can't believe supermarkets got woke, but then I remembered that's an actual thing in the US. I mean, probably. Those woke supermarkets. With the wokies. Yo, where's my foliage? Palm trees? The whole Best Buy is selling rainbow flags as woke boycott thing. Oh, right. Oh, right. I mean, none of that this year. All the all the rainbow capitalism fucks, they fucked right the fuck off. Some guy made a very cringe rap song about boycotting Best Buy. Oh my god. That sounds fucking awful. It's so bad. It's so bad. It sounds like it would be. That's the problem. It should be on that. Alright, we need some palm trees. I don't know that I want to make my own. So I think I might just I might glorble. Yo, why is there a giant like black square there? Why you gotta be like this? Oh! This isn't, I mean, this reminded me, but it's not a bad thing. I watched that video, the power scaling video that you sent me. I finally sat down with it. It was really good. I very much, like, got where she was coming from. Because I've felt very similar ways, although not specifically about power scaling, because I don't think I really realized that that was a thing. But that way of interacting with media has been bothering me a lot recently. So it was very interesting to see somebody have like a take on it. I think power scaling can be fine. It's just, like the video said, there's, creators... It's just like the video said, like, create interesting fight scenarios. And not just that, no, Phoenix Wright has time manipulation powers because I can't understand metaphors. I mean, there's that, but, like, I feel like there is a fun in examining a setting or examining a story as though it were real. Like, and seeing how that world is put together and seeing, like, what the rules of that world are and, like, why people interact the way they do in that world. And I do think that that can be really interesting and it can be really fun. But I feel like it obscures what stories can be used for. It lessens what stories can be used for because it jettisons the ability for stories to tell something on a metaphorical level. Like, yes, this is a zombie movie, but it's actually talking about this other thing. Like, the zombies are a stand-in for this greater point that the director wants to make. And I feel like with, like, the rise in lore style video game world building, the rise of, like, comic book fueled movie media, and, like, all of these media properties that are built on fiddly details that just gets people invested in those fiddly details and gets people invested in, like, the world as though it's a real place. And so the conversations like with power scaling, get locked into this very narrow silo of like, well, we have to talk about it this way. We have to examine this place as though it has some kind of internal consistency and internal reality. And it's like, yeah, you could do that. Have fun with it. Like, it's a good party game. But there's so much more to talk about with the story. And people just don't want to do it. Dan Olson has a video on this. Yes! Is it the video about Annihilation? Because I had watched that again recently because I've been thinking about it a lot. And he does kind of like... The points he raises are very much where my mind is. Talks about it in regards to a fictional alien species that has no concept of fiction and treats fiction like fact. I don't know that one. How do I want to work these? Forever thinking about Tolkien basically trying to argue that The Lord of the Rings is not metaphoric because it was about the world itself. Lol. Tolkien's a big lore head. Tolkien is a big lore head. And while there are like aspects of Tolkien that I do like and definitely fuck with, like I kind of feel like his way of like looking at the story that he was making through that kind of lens, like did kind of fuck up the way that genre spaces treat these stories. To have a head of lore, like, I mean, he was a lore dog. I do appreciate that Tolkien was like a total wife guy, though. I know that's not really anything to do with like the problems at hand currently, but like he was very much a wife guy, and like that's I dig that. Good on him for that. My thing is I don't mind lore heads. It's just what type of lore heads you can be. Because you can be a lore head and admit things are metaphoric. Well, it's like, I mean, that's like, I guess where I'm coming from with this is like, yeah, if you want to fuck with that, like, yeah, have fun with it, like, go to town with it. But I feel like that people become very dismissive of the possibility that a story might be more than that. Like, they become only willing to engage with the story as though it is the lore. And that's what I find deeply frustrating. It's called the Thermian argument. Okay, thank you. I will definitely give that a peeps. My thing is okay, so I saw that part. Sometimes you gotta ignore all that metaphor and meaning to ask the real questions. Like, was Jar Jar Binks a Sith Lord? I mean, that is a real question. That is definitely a question. that people ask. And it's kind of a fun question. But, like, sometimes you just gotta let it go. Like the wind, the rain, and in fact, yes, the snow. I'm gonna be honest, I liked Darth Jar Jar as a meme until it got made official. Wait. What do you mean it got made official? Like, did Lucas just go like, okay, yeah, this is a good idea, let's run with this? Oh, we got put in Fortnite. That's not, that doesn't count. That's not official. Is it? Is that what we're counting as official these days? And I guess somehow the Emperor came back, so... Also, before I lose the track of it, and I think I might have already lost the track of it, but Kronos, I do think that your idea was a really neat one, and I don't think that it would have been too difficult to do, especially if you were doing it with level links, because you wouldn't be you wouldn't have to deal with quite as much like of the thermo getting jacked up because you're putting in a lot of different materials and stickers. Fucking approved by Disney. I'd have had to come up with 3 levels worth of platforming ideas. And you think you could not do that? Because I think that you could sort that pretty easily. Yo, why did you get so loud suddenly? To put it another way, when a meme gets made official, it becomes a dead horse. I mean, that's definitely true. There's no arguments from me on that point. Rock. Trying to learn basic audio engineering in DaVinci. Is it a pain in the ass? She asks because she needs to know because she'll be doing this herself. At the moment, yeah. Hate to hear that. Got 2 tracks I need to merge and it's not cooperating. Is it something that you could do in Audacity? Like, is there a particular reason why you want it to be in DaVinci? Audacity has some complications with versions that suck. Okay, that's fair enough. Wait, it's fucking Darth Jar Jar. I could make an argument that Darth Jar Jar, unlike most Star Wars fan theories, has meaning in the metaphor because Darth Jar Jar is problematic. I mean, yeah, yeah, Jar Jar definitely is. It is that like it's problematic. You could definitely say that. Wait, problematic stand-in for Caribbean people in the image of a marginalized person, a marginalized planet, country, getting turned to a figure of power, a senator, and then being the one to allow the start of fascism, but also, it's fucking Darth Jar Jar. Baby! I don't know, like, it's... There's definitely an amusement factor to it, but... Oh, how'd you get it working, Holly? Oh shit, are we at 2 hours already? Oh my god, what the fuck? Um, alright, let me... I don't think this looks particularly monkey-like, so... It's kind of a problem. It's a slow fast day. It kind of is, though, honestly. I feel like we made a monkey before that actually looked kind of good. Because this does not look kind of good. This looks kind of like shit. It's on the other file. It's on the, yeah, it's on the other account. Because that account is getting pretty chunky. It's kind of a problem. I don't know if I like this. I think this looks kind of bad. Could have just not with that one. I had to find out how to convert a stereo audio file to mono and then add the mono clip again from scratch. Okay. But as Alice pointed out, it is 2 hours, so I am going to take our second break. Encourage everybody to get up, have yourselves a stretch, get yourself some water. This is an important thing to do, and we'll be back in just a hot minute. Oh my gosh, Kronos, that's a really good idea though. I could do with that. I could fuck with that. I'm so hungry and I have nothing snacky. Is it still raining? I'm trying to get something snacky when I'm downloading. Alright, I am back. Fudge. I don't want everything falling down, god damn it. Oh, get some fucking things over here. We could do this. We would need these, like, where? Here? Maybe? Which means that we are going to have to change these. Like, we're going to want to have a... The prequels are part of a whole. Do not understand the meaning of its in favor of just the lore. The Star Wars prequels? Because Star Wars is definitely, like, in general, is, I think, a real big indicator of this particular problem. Because it became, and relatively quickly, like, so lore dependent. And it encouraged people to think of it just as lore. Extended universe is playing in the wider metaphor, better term than the lore. See, I never like really got into much extended stuff. I read like some of the Thrawn books, but I don't know, none of it like really hooked me. The Thrawn books are considered some of the better stuff of the extended universe. Like, I don't know, or if we're thinking of the same ones, I'm thinking of the like the old ones when they first introduced Thrawn with like Mara Jade and shit. Because I know that there was a secondary set of Thrawn books where it kind of gives his background. And the ones I remember reading did not have that. Oh, Squishy! How you doing? It is lovely to see you. I hope you're well tonight. Thing with Thrawn is basically, how much do you want to see a guy do mind games till he eats shit in the end? I mean, who doesn't love a little bit of that, though? Also, he's a Smurf. I think that that's an important thing to remember with Thrawn, is that he is a Smurf. I hope that life has treated you pretty good, Squishy. I hope that you've been able to get a little bit more sleep than you were getting when we saw you last time. Second set of Thrawn books is more interesting than the first. Okay. I can accept that. Where's our, craft earth? You want the collage one. I got up yesterday and I figured out what, that working was not happening. So I went back to bed at 9 a.m. and I woke up at 1:30. So just the one day. Things are rough, so I'm trying to hang in there. That's a fucking mood. And I'm really wishing that you didn't have to do that. But I can't really get on your case about it because, one, that would be real shitty. But two, I get it. It's a problem with being a sensible person when gestures vaguely at everything is happening. Yeah. What is going on here? Oh, that's our problem. I mean, yeah, I kind of feel like they both work, to be honest. It's directly playing with the idea that Thrawn is like this fundamentally an evil person because he's from an alien species that is under Imperial occupation, and to be a person of power, even minor power, as an alien in the Empire, he's fundamentally lose all of his humanity and become white. I mean, an Imperial figure. Okay. I do remember that being like a big part of even the early Thrawn books. Because they make like a really big deal about how fucking racist the Emperor is. Oh, you know, we actually do want this to be thick. Sheev? You fucking Sheev! Fucking Sheev! God, I hate that so much. Just the goofiest fucking... Why would you name this asshole Sheev? Yeah... I can't with it. Like... He's the fucking Emperor. Like, have some gravitas. Sheev fucking Palpatine. There's no gravitas there. Why can I never find the thing that I'm looking for? Like, I know exactly what I want, and I probably just passed right by. We can't ask too much of George Lucas's IP. I mean... Yeah, I know. Like, we probably shouldn't, at the very least. But sometimes you just gotta be like, really? Really, though? This is what you went with? Just give more Dr. Afra And that's all the Star Wars I need. Who's Dr. Aphra? Spin-off character from the Star Wars Marvel comics that later got their own, later got her book, basically like an evil bounty hunter doctor with two evil robots as companions who's also in a toxic Yuri relationship with a Jedi. I mean, it just sounds like it's getting better and better. Spin-off comic was written by a pretty good queer comic writer, and there's like Star Wars comics are legit good. That's kind of shocking, but good to hear. They basically ignore most of the lore besides her having met Darth Vader and just like, watch this evil woman do crimes. Fucking doing crimes in a future time? Cops? Oh, Supam! How you doing? Lovely to see you. Hope you're well tonight. Life is treating you good with the things and or the stuff. I'm flailing around randomly at building a set. Gonna have it like change forms is the idea. So have like a few different like rough genre types that can cycle in and out. And I'm thinking, like, I'm not sure if I want to do this, like, in camera, or if I want to do it through editing, but I was thinking of having, like, okay, so, the camera, for the most part, would be here, right? Like, we're on a stage, right, and we're talking about the various aspects of Ape Escape 2, but like, I'm thinking of having the camera pull back a couple of layers so that we would be able to see this as, like, a stage and have, like, a monkey director and, like, monkey stagehands kind of running around and pulling levers and hitting switches to make the actual scenes change. Playing with reverb and distortion tools in DaVinci and somehow making the Ron Perlman Fallout VO sound more like Ron Perlman. I've been trying to do some distortion stuff with Audacity, and sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. Like, I'd really wanted to get some echo on some of the music in the Exit 8 set because I wanted that feeling that it was in like a subway station, like a tunnel, and I could not get the echoing to work, like to sound decent. But I have had a lot of luck with reverse and speed up. I've gotten some real fun stuff out of that. You gotta buy one of those voice modifier soundboards. I do not. That's like way more than I need, honestly. Allows you to access such great voices like Check's Notes, the Joe Biden, Donald Trump voices modified. I don't need them. I best to do it in-game if possible. It looks smoother and it won't suffer from That's what I was wondering about. That second point was what I was wondering about. The only thing about doing it in game is that really the optimal would be like, let me block this out with some sticker panel just like I can point things out. Like, so say that we've got like the film set stuff is taking up these three layers. So when I'm actually building it, what I'd want to be doing is like I'd want to be building this to the side so that I'm not always having to like push through those layers to build in the background. Which is not impossible to do. Like it's fairly easy thing to do. It's just more of a like, okay, now remember to do this. Like, don't try to put it all together in one big pot like you always do, because that's just gonna fuck things up. You don't want to sound like an 80-year-old dying man. No, no, I don't. I simply torture my throat when I want to sound like a dying old man. I just don't want to sound like a dying old man at all. I think that sounds kind of shitty. If you ask me, that's not the vibe that I'm going for. Yo, Piston, I need your ass to be out of the way. That's not what I wanted. That's not what I wanted at all. Oh, you silly bitch, that's why. Because it's got to be the same length. Yeah, that was the problem. But then you get to say such funny words like no malarkey and talk about your friend Corn Pop. I mean, look, I can say no malarkey. I'm white. That's like very white phrasing. I could do that. That's part of my shitty culture. I don't need to make myself sound like Joe Biden to do that. But also, like, I mean, it's true though. I don't want to sound like Joe Biden at fucking all. If we really want to get down to it. I've said get a load of this malarkey on occasion, I'll admit to that. Honestly though. No malarkey? We haven't met, but I'll keep an eye out for him. Yo, where's I think it's in Doodles. The scribbly, like the scribbly blue circle. Yeah, there it is. I'm semi-white and I don't use no malarkey. I'm not saying that you have to. I'm saying that it's a tool that's in the bag. It is, for better or worse, very much a part of our culture. It is our particular brand of bullshit. I didn't want it to have any of that effect. I didn't. That's not what I was going for. Wait. I just saw that you changed your profile picture on the stream interface. It's cute. Wait, I did? Oh, right. It's because that's on my side account, and my side account doesn't have the thief avatar on it. It took me like a hot second to remember, like to kind of figure out like what was going on with that. As soon as Holly gets more VODs up, I need to send you the Deus Ex stream with Douglas, everyone's favorite British murder turret child. I mean, I kind of feel like the British and murder is just like it's being repetitive in your phrasing. And it's just me, but if we want like some grass, I feel like some grass would work here. Yeah, I mean, you got the dark Brandon memes thing, and here's my thing basically on the whole Trump and Biden and all of that. Uh, I think they're bullshit garbage people. I think that the memes are bullshit garbage memes. I have not found them funny at all. I didn't even get the whole Brandon stuff until like halfway into it was beaten into the ground. Um, I know that they are unignorable because of the positions of power that they are in, but I would like to give them as little attention as possible, as I can functionally get away with, um, because they sicken and disgust me. We all agree on that here. I mean, I should hope so. I should really hope so, but I don't know. It's like sometimes I find some of the like the meme culture around U.S. politics to be frustrating. Um, and it's just like I guess every generation needs to have their like bullshit to laugh about, but I don't know. I don't think anybody like has really been taking any of this shit seriously until it's come up and started eating all of our faces off. Dark Brandon memes are just shitposting for liberal 70s-year-olds that never actually engage with shitposting. And I do understand what people are going for with Dark Brandon, but it's not even a particularly good Biden meme. See, part of my problem with all of that Biden aspect of it is like the Onion already did the perfect Biden meme with Diamond Joe. And unfortunately the effect of that, because it was so good, is that like it softened a lot of his edges for people. And I think that it encouraged people to forget like just how much of a raging fuckhead he is. Like just how awful a human being that he is from all the way back in the day. Because we had this funny, 70s muscle car, vice president being a badass or something kind of meme that the Onion did, and the Onion being the Onion did it really really well, and it helped shape like for a time the perception of Joe Biden, and it sickens me and I hate it. Joe Biden best meme is corn pop. God, fucking. I want the man to die. Like, I just want him to die and be gone. And take Trump fucking with him. Nothing else can defeat Biden with no coherence talking about fighting chain gangs with actual chains. Like, he's a character in Streets of Rage. Fuck yeah. Yeah. What's the like the 80s Streets of Rage movie, but it wasn't called Streets of Rage, but it had Willem Dafoe in it as like a greasy biker. It was like a rock opera. Surely this is ringing bells for people. Hold on a second. This is gonna piss me off. What is it? Fucking. I just saw a video about this the other day, and now I don't remember. Is Streets of something like Streets of Fire? That's not right. That's not right, is it? God damn it. I'm never gonna find this before the end of stream. I shouldn't even be looking for it right now. And when I find it, I'll send it to you. It's Streets of Fire. Okay. The Loveless? I don't know what the Loveless is though. I know it's got like a very homoerotic Willem Dafoe in it. The soundtrack of Streets of Fire is a rock opera that sounds like Meatloaf. It's not Boondock Saints, yo. Like Willem Dafoe was rocking for a long time before fucking Boondock Saints. He is gay in that movie though. Yes, you're right. Um, like where am I going with this? Streets of Fire is by the Warriors director. That makes so much fucking sense. I can 100% see that, yeah. Defoe is French for the foe. Willem Dafoe and his chum Willem the friend. And like, do we want you here or do we want you in the background? And do we want these trees to be bigger? Or do we want you to be smaller? Also did the 48 Hours buddy cop comedy film with Eddie Murphy and Nick Nolte. Oh my god, I haven't thought about fucking 48 Hours in forever. I'm going to have to watch either Streets of Fire or whichever movie Reese is actually thinking of because Greasy Gay Biker Defoe musical sound sounds like it was plucked directly from my subconscious. That's the one. That's the one that I'm thinking of, by the way. Like, Alice is right, it's Streets of Fire. Um, I don't remember like if it is actually good, but it does sound like a lot. Um, yes, I did know that 48 Hours had a sequel called Another 48 Hours, which is like, I don't know. That's like some hot bullshit as far as naming conventions go. That's like, why would you even bother at that point? They find a drug kingpin named the Iceman. Oh my god. Of course they do. Of course they do. Why would they not? Fucking the Iceman. Is that where Vanilla Ice gets his name? It's a 90s film, so it's super 90s. Wait, is another 48 hours is a 90s film? It's not an 80s film? Like when did that come out? No shit. Honestly, I'm kind of surprised. Okay, well that's barely 90s. I don't know what like background element I would want for this scene. Maybe I don't want anything. Maybe it's just the trees is enough. And the Sadhu head? Like maybe that's just enough. We need a base though, like for the statue. Oh shit, soup. I have started watching. I'm only in like the first 40 minutes or so. Um I've started watching Final Destinations, and it is definitely on some kind of bullshit. It's the good kind of bullshit, by the way. Like I don't want you to feel bad. I am invested in the film already. It's great. But yeah, it's like it's kind of a lot. The first like the premonition is fantastic. There's a little German boy, and all I'm gonna say is that he gets exactly what he fucking deserves. I fucking hate him so much. I was just thinking to myself, little German boy, I hope you fucking die. And he did. And it was wonderful. Need someone to cover Red Heat, the buddy cop movie with Arnold playing a Soviet cop and Jim Belushi as an American cop. I remember that one, but I'll see your Red Heat and I'll raise you Dead Heat, which is a buddy cop movie, but where like the cop was a zombie, and it wasn't like, thank God, even though for the time period, but it wasn't a voodoo zombie. It was like a Resident Evil style science zombie. Final Destination. It's a weird series. It can be fun, but I feel like it's the kind of movie series that has extremely diminishing returns, and to really enjoy it, you need to space out the viewing. Like, it's not a series that benefits from being binged at all. It's significantly harmed by trying to binge it. Um, I would say avoiding the fourth one, because the fourth one was pretty hot garbage. The fourth one is the one, Alice, help me out here. The fourth one is the one that starts off at the racetrack, right? Because that one sucked. That one was real shitty. Racetrack 1 was garbage. The first one is kind of neat because they're still feeling out the idea, but it's not really like at that absurd level that the series is going to get to. Um, the opening premonition death bits for 2 and 3 are fantastic. Absolutely top fucking notch. 3 drops off pretty quickly from that point. It's got some fun characters, it's got some fun bits, but like it's not a particularly strong example once you get past the initial premonition. 2, I feel like nails it pretty well throughout the entirety. Um, 2 is like filled with hot bullshit at all times. I kind of love it. Um, the fifth one, like just ignore the fourth one, pretend the fourth one never fucking happened. It's no good. Um, I'm getting a bit sleepy, so I'm gonna dip early. Kronos, it was lovely to have you in as always. I don't necessarily have any questions yet. This is very early build time for me. I'm going to keep it nice and simple for the most part. But if anything comes up, I will definitely shoot it your way. But I'm not looking to film the Ape Escape video for like another week at earliest, and probably like another 2 weeks because I want to build up a backlog of stream VODs. But yes, sleep well, lovely Kronos, and wake up refreshed and not on fire. Important. Um, Alice, which one is the Russian Mountain one? Because that's not ringing any bells for me. Russian Mountain is the Portuguese term for roller coaster. Okay, then it's got a really strong start. I like the emo kids. I liked the two gals with the tanning beds. It was a shame to see them go, but overall, like, it's not really a strong entry. I don't think. Do I know the deep lore of that film? No, I don't believe so. Also, Neko Navy is 50% off on stream next few days. Yo! Anyone here who does not have Neko Navy, pick it up. It is cheap, it is short, it's a fun game, it's a really strong shmup. I find it, as far as shmups go, to be relatively accessible. I'm not a strong player. I do get hung up around, like, the third boss, but I managed to have a good time with it nonetheless. Which version? The DVD version lets you watch a movie like a choose-your-own-adventure game, where you choose who dies and who lives, and what scenes you get, including a joke-ending version where nobody dies. What? That sounds fantastic, though! That sounds even better than Cluedo. And Cluedo is pretty amazing. Actually, you know what? Like, I think we just... I need to play that sometime. It's just because I've been sitting in my account for like 6 months. Like, I honestly think it's a fun game. I think that people can have a good time with it. I don't think it's a particularly serious game. Um, I don't know what an ISO is. In this context, I don't know what an ISO is. But I don't think you should feel pressured to play it if you haven't been captured by it yet. Like, it's not going to go anywhere. If it's been sitting in your account for this long, you can sit in your account for like another 6 months. Where is Rockface? There we go. Oh yeah, that's pretty. That's like real pretty. Also, I noticed that you did mention, and I did see a while back you mentioning like putting in a waterfall, and I think that's kind of a neat idea. And I do think I might do that. It's a disk image. In this context, your PC treats an ISO file like you have an actual physical disk in your computer. Oh, no shit. So all the menus and such are intact. That's kind of neat. Oh, right, because, oh, God. Disco, you are a big, goofy girl. And that's okay, but, like, you are, in fact, a big, goofy girl. You can't be just making stuff defizzed willy-nilly. Because sometimes you need things to be fizzed. What's my physics tweaker? Collisions on, but only for ground. ISO is the old standard for distributing disk-based games for emulator usage. Nowadays, though, compressed formats such as CHD are more popular. Okay. What about like extremely lossy formats like CJD? Are those popular at all? I understand the joke, but oh Christ, would a lossy version of entire game be painful to use? I'm glad somebody got the fucking joke. I don't get to break out the prion disease jokes very often, so, you know, it means a lot to me. Alright, we want waterfall. And we want rock. Nothing beats rock. It was a pun on prion disease? Yes, because CJD is freaking, it's the brain eating disease. It puts plaques in your brain. I did the bills for June and I understand why I'm poor now. I hate that. I hate that for you, Squishy. I do understand that feeling extremely well, though. What did the plaques commemorate? All the memories that you no longer have. On account of you got holes in your brain. Where is Felt Waves? Womp womp. I feel like I'm being more evil than normal today, and I should probably rein that in a little bit. Just a little bit. I'll give you a little evil as a treat. I mean, a little evil as a treat. I think that's the key, is that just a little. No reason to go overboard with it. Treat or no treat? Is that a liquefied transformer face? I don't know. Do you mean like the rocks here? because I don't. I'm gonna say not on purpose, but it could be read that way. Oh, okay. Fair enough. I can be on that trolley. The rocks in the waterfall look a little bit like a Autobot face icon. Okay. Now, so we do need to keep in mind that this would have to be coming up from back here. So we would want to make sure that it is... Although I guess like what we could do is like we could join these two pieces. Excalibur Warframe, famous man of Dark Sector. Now that sounds like a fucking 90s TV show, possibly helmed by Joss Whedon if I ever fucking heard one. Oh fuck, we're already at 3 hours. Oh my god. God dang it. Wait, Dark Sector is illegal in Australia? I didn't think Australia hated Joss Whedon that much. Alright. Dark Sector, Wake Nights. 7 on Fox. I'm trying to think of like what would the bumper be for that? Because there would be more to it than that. But my brain is not going to brain it out tonight, unfortunately. I was refused certification. I only got it because it was free on Steam. Okay. Sounds excitement. But, unfortunately, that time has crept up on us. I did not expect it to get here so quickly, but here it is. Did not get as much accomplished on the set as I would have liked, but is definitely in the feeling things out phase. Not quite, like, it's not quite gelid, but I think the pieces are all there to build with. I'm hoping that Ape Escape is a relatively painless review to do. I would like to see it prior to the end of the month, especially because we're going to be wrapping up Sly Cooper next week. I don't want to have too many games on the review backlog. It would be nice to just get it down to 2. Because Slitterhead is going to take a hot minute. There's a lot of thinking that I want to do with how I want to approach Slitterhead, and I want to try to get as much background information as I can in English, which is kind of a big ask, but like there's some nuances that I really want to understand with that game before I open my mouth up about it. So getting Ape Escape 2 out of the way would make a big difference. But no, it was a lovely night tonight. Soup, I'm glad that you made it, and Squishy as well. Even though it was late, I'm glad that you both got here. And I'm glad that everybody was here. What's next week? Next week, Monday, is going to most likely be the last stream of Sly Cooper. I guess, like, if we really fuck it up, it might take Monday and Thursday, but, like, probably is just going to be Monday. Thursday will be, let's tentatively say, Dead Cells. I had a really good time with Dead Cells last time we played, and it was fun watching Holly play as well, so kind of in that mood. Friday is, I guess it's going to depend on how much work I get done on the set. Like, if I feel like there's significant stuff that we could do, then we'll do LBP on Friday. If I feel like it's mostly detail work that I could just do on my own, then maybe we'll do some Risk of Rain too. I think that's what it's gonna look like. Um, the rest of the month is probably gonna be like random roguelike stuff until we start Clona in maybe the end of July or the beginning of August. Haven't decided yet. I don't want to jump directly into it, but we'll figure that out as it goes. Thank you, Soup. I'm glad it's nice to be here for you. It's always nice to have you, but I do gotta get the ribbon on things here, so I will ask you all, as I always do, to please be taking care of yourselves out there in the meat space. Make sure that you're getting all of the hydration and electric eels that you need. If you are down in the southern hemisphere, make sure that you are bundling up because I hear it is getting colder every day. Do try to be getting at least one meal in a day. It doesn't have to be good food, but it does have to be food. If you got medications, try to take those medications as close to schedule as your situation allows, but above all and overall, please remember that you are important. You've got value. You've got folks out there who love you and are rooting for you. They want you to have your best life. They want you to be safe and happy. And I'm one of those folks, but I am only one of those folks. There are many more. But that has to do for us here at This Go About. So, from me, Disco, here in Tokyo, to all of you out there, wherever you may happen to be, thank you, thank you. Arigato, arigasamnota, sayonara, see you, and ciao.